Hello guys, this is TDS-2448. Welcome to a new video, an unboxing video. Recently I've gotten two new Camping World Truck Series diecasts, and I'd like to do a little unboxing. I've already partially unboxed them. Here's, make sure I'll show my address, but here's big box, USPS box, service. And one of them is already open. The first one is the 2017 Extra Energy 250 diecast Kaz Grala. Not a big Kaz Grala fan. He's been driving people I like out of rides. First he drove Kenzie Ruston out of Ben Kennedy Racing, and then he takes over Ben Kennedy's ride at GMS and pushes Grant and Finger out to Horsepoint. So, you know, he's got money, but he can drive a little, so whatever. Then on the left, we have another GMS truck. Johnny Sauter, last year's championship. And this one I haven't unboxed completely yet. And see, there's something weird that with these boxes, they have an outside piece of styrofoam, which is very, very strange to me. I guess no, it doesn't make any sense, man. What, is it going to collapse in shipping or in the store or something? I don't know, anyway. And over there's a bottle of Mountain Dew and a baseball bat, and yeah, okay, anyway. First, unscrewing this off its base, which would be a lot nicer if it was plastic and not foam, because you'd actually use that as display base, but you can't, so. Oh, and you have a little ticket. Oh, yeah. Kaz Grala, yeah, well done. Well done, Kaz. Yeah, they're very nice diecasts, so I shouldn't be complaining. So I got a comment on my last video about complaining, which I justify was justified. I justify was justified. Great stuff. Great video.
Oh no. It's a 17638! Oh, he's busted out a 17369! I could take a bike around this track faster. Oh, he stopped. He stopped on the track. I've hit both Earnhardts. It's same game. It's a slightly better version of the same game.
Wait. If I unscrew it and it's just gonna fall out of the base, it's gonna be really bad. Alright. Trying to get this in view. Yeah, that's good. Please don't collapse. Oh, it's collapsed. Oh. Oh no, it's got the tethers. Oh. Fuck. No, I just didn't unscrew it all the way. I'm an idiot. Tether? What are you talking about? This is great stuff. Okay. I should put like a base. Here is the Close Greek extra virgin olive oil. Really hitting the target demographic of their company. This is cool. This is sort of like, I guess, in between the really high quality diecast and the sort of still playable diecast. As you can see, it's race one, or race authentic details. See that tires rubbed off. I'm gonna destroy it that way anyway myself. You see the exhaust pipe burned. This is pretty cool. This is, as you can see, I'll show you comparison to another recent diecast I have. So here's a comparison of the new diecast and a 2014 edition Truck Series diecast, Kyle Larson. When Turner Scrap Motorsports still existed, that was in 2014. He was driving Target Cartwheel in the Truck Series. This is actually the old spec the sort of, the splitter spec, I call it, 2007 to 2013 or so, when you still had the exposed splitter, and the body was sort of lower to the ground and lighter, it seemed, almost. But this is also, at the same time, this is actually a higher quality diecast, because it has the more rubberized tires and the rubberized netting, and the hood can open. Anyway, that's nice. And as you can see, GMS has adopted what used to be Braun Racing's number style, then became Turner Scott Motorsports style when Harry Scott and Steve Turner took over the team. Anyway, let's push this to the side of the garage. This is weird, these tires, I'm just gonna say, because they're rubber, but they're not as good rubber as if you've ever bought a diecast before. Like, anyway, I have an old diecast of David Stremme when he was it 2006, 2007. Stremme was a rookie. They had Coors and Lone Star on there. Absolute legend. Never did anything special. It was a good, nasty car. Montoya was competitive, and McMurray were competitive in the 42, but the 40 and the 41 were garbage. With Reed Sorensen and David Stremme is running in the back. Even in the NASCAR video games, the AI were running so far back that you'd lap them in like 5 laps. But anyway, this rubber, this very sort of soft rubber, is what you also see on the Kyle Larson diecast. Jesus Christ. If you've watched this far in, great stuff. I've shown my face in this video, great stuff. But I can feel it, that this is much sort of harder rubber. But at the same time, it looks more like a real life tire, I guess. But yeah, it's very nice diecast. But the window net is plastic. It's not cloth like that one, and it's not rubber like most of them. Anyway, let's unbox the Johnny Sauter diecast, which is more like a toy. It has the actual full axle, and you can play around with it. The really good diecast. I made the mistake, and I'm actually going to show you again. I made the mistake when I was a kid. My uncle, he bought me 2 real nice, the $60 to $80 diecast of old school Dale Earnhardt number 2 blue and yellow car, the Rod Ostlund diecast, and the Dale Jr. 2002 Oreo Ritz diecast, and he won at Daytona in the Busch Series. And those would be worth, well, maybe not worth so much, but those would be real nice memories now. But as a kid, I actually played with them, and when you're a kid, you don't know better, so you force them down, and and then, I broke the real wheels, I broke the chassis, I broke everything. So, edit cut. This is what's left of the Oreo Ritz diecast, looking like it's in Dale Jr.'s graveyard. I don't know where the chassis is, but the chassis did not have tires on it anyway, so it's just a body. And this, with this broken tire, is what's left of the old school Dale Earnhardt diecast. Looking like Dale actually raced it and destroyed someone at a local short track. It's like that Napa commercial, and that guy brought Michael Walsh with those realistic diecasts, and you had the 1990 Bristol diecast, just pieces in a box. Just sign one of the smaller, bigger pieces, Mikey. So anyway, the point of this video, Kaz Grala Daytona new meaningless certificate. I don't see him as a cup driver, but money talks in this way. Matt. So this is also the Tuesday podcast, I suppose. Matt Tiff just signed with RCR. Joe Gibbs sacked him. Ryan Preece for JGR all the way. Not just sacked him, he's suspended for the season, but I guess he is a pay driver. That must be it. And I don't completely dislike Matt Tiff as a person, but he's not the guy. He's not NASCAR Next. He's NASCAR stay here. Him and Ryan Reed will be driving in the Xfinity Series forever. And I like Ryan Reed more than I like Matt Tiff, but Ryan Reed's, he's not Cup driver material. He may make the Cup Series, may drive around for 1 year, but he's not Cup driver material. Anyway, on to 2016 controversial Cup Truck Series champion Johnny Sauter. I think he was deserving of the championship, but I think William Byron was much more deserving, but the stupid NCAA Xfinity Series tournament knocked William Byron out. Oh, it blown an engine. Oh, that means you've lost the championship entirely. Oh, those other 24 races didn't matter. So when I unboxed the 33 truck, I almost made the mistake of opening it on this side. For some reason, this side's affixed completely. It's not. Most of the diecasts I have are 164s, and they all have two sides, just easy open like this. This one, for some reason, has this thing on it. Has this, cereal box thing on it, or popcorn box on it. And as you see, stupid foam piece protecting nothing. Protecting the plastic, I guess. Anyway. Easy. Slide out. What? Oh. A shout out to the constant supply of generic fire suits that GMS Racing has. The black and orange fire suit they've been using since Spencer Gallagher was racing in the ARCA series. You would almost think it's the same certificate. It's like Front Row Motorsports has that endless supply of crappy white and blue Simpson fire suits for their drivers since forever. This camera's actually standing on top of another package. Another big package. I don't know what it is because it's not for me, but anyway. Is this one glued on? Oh, it's taped on. I forgot. Why is it taped? What's even... You know what? Actually, before I did what I did the last time and ruined the hood, the roof, I'm just gonna... It's getting it. Yeah, that's easier actually. Anyway. And we have... Boy, this is a matte finish, that's interesting. Looks glossy in real life, but they see the almost Wood Brothers style lettering and the classic sort of... This is almost... I actually have another 164 diecast with Michael Waltrip Racing where they have this sort of weird matte finish that almost looks like it can get stained. So I don't like it in that sense, but obviously the look isn't interesting. It's alright. But I'm really worried if I get something on it, it's going to be stained. Like the gloss, you can always... Well, I say that. These stains are forever. So I put labels on them when I was a kid. What I would do with a lot of them, I would do with Hot Wheels cars, but sometimes I would do them with real diecasts. I would put Avery labels on them and then put in new sponsors over it. So like if a driver changed sponsor, if a team changed number or whatever, I would put the sticker over, everything like that when I was a kid because I didn't know better. And now I have a bunch of my diecasts have that residue on it, and unless I want to use like nail polish remover and I just end up ruining the paint, then that's forever. Anyway. Johnny Sauter, and it sucks when they only give one version of the diecast during the year. They don't have a normal standard issue diecast, and they have this stupid logo on the top. They don't have the number, so it's just like the Chris Buescher Fastenal car when he won the championship. They didn't make a normal edition. They just made the one Fastenal edition, so you have the Xfinity logo on the top like that. And I guess what do they say? GMS wasn't in the NASCAR E2 game because it was too expensive for licensing, and so I suppose licensing, you need licensing for Diecast too, so, oh well. Maury Gallagher, apparently, he can sponsor a bunch of cars and trucks, but he can't afford being in a video game and being in Diecast. Having a Diecast program. This is nice, and you can actually play with this one. You can play with all of them, but you don't have to be as gentle with this one. This is nice colors, nice everything, with the matte finish. Oh, it builds your own virtual garage. My garage will be full because there's a lot of Diecasts. Anyway, I guess that's been this video. Hopefully, I'll actually post this video. I have many videos in the logjam, so anyway, thank you for watching this unboxing video and mini diecast showcase of Johnny Sauter 2016 Truck Series Champion Diecast, Kaz Grala Daytona 250 winner this year, GMS Racing, shout out to GMS Racing, shout out to Spencer Gallagher and his weird teeth, nice and glossy. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like and all that nonsense. No. Oh!
He gets to it and he flashed
Oh yeah! Oh god! Oh, that's fantastic!